right height? Okay, we team up for the first time, Lot and Len, ready for 2019. Well, it's a special night, isn't it? We come to honour our outgoing Year 6s of 2018. They've been absolutely outstanding ambassadors for their school, their families, as well as for themselves. And I guess Year 6 tonight, you reach a significant milestone. You know, in life there's lots of milestones that happen. It's a biggie, isn't it? When you go from primary school to high school. There will be others, but this is probably one of the most significant ones that you face right now, this milestone of going to high school. I guess for me it's a bit of a milestone as well, because this was the Year 6 group that started with me at kindergarten. I started at the same time in 2012 with this kindergarten group. I can still remember them quite vividly, sitting on the floor, looking quite shocked, and some lost, some stunned. And hopefully they're not looking like that tonight. They've been on a long journey so far. And in the 7 years, Year 6, you've achieved much in that particular time. You can all read. It's good. Tick that box. You can add up. You can sing both verses of the national anthem. And there's probably a couple of other things they've learned along the way as well. But there are many things that this group have achieved, and they've done it with excellence in this time in primary school. Things that they can be very proud of, and many things also that didn't come easily. They had to work hard to achieve, which is a good thing. Year 6, many of those things you were actually pushed to achieve at different times by your parents, by your peers, the people sitting next to you right now, and also by your teachers at different times. They came alongside you and certainly wouldn't let you give up. They made you finish that piece of work to take it from good to great. And sometimes your parents made you practice just that 5 minutes longer, or do that extra piece of homework, or do your tables just that couple of seconds longer than you normally would have. That makes all the difference. There's others in this room tonight, Year 6, that have inspired you, that have encouraged you to not give up. So Year 6 team, well done on your great leaps forward and those achievements you've made and the example you've set for the people, Year 5 people sitting here with you tonight, right through to kindergarten, who look up to you, and they will follow in the footsteps that you made. The next footsteps will be quite different, the high school footsteps. You ever been on the beach and you've tried to step in some sand prints, or someone else's footprints that have walked ahead of you? They're a bit taller than you, or their stride is a little bit longer than yours. And if you've ever tried to do that, it takes a little while to get your feet in the right place. In Year 6, it'll be like that when you enter high school. It'll be like striding out, taking those next strides in your educational adventure and in your lives. But for a while, it'll take some time to get those strides going and landing your feet in the footsteps that have gone before you. High school is a totally different place and a different pace for you. You have to try and keep up and make those strides long. Sometimes you've just got to grit your teeth and run that little bit harder to keep up with everybody else as well, until your feet in that sand start matching those paces that have gone ahead of you. Sometimes in that race you get the occasional stitch, you'll get the occasional cramp where you think, I just need to stop for a while. We encourage you as your teachers to keep going. Those times when it gets tough, just keep going. Because I guarantee at some time Year 6 when you're in high school, it may be in Year 7. For some of you, it might be Year 10. For others, it might take even longer, but you'll gradually, all of you, find your stride. It's then that you start to reach some amazing heights and achieve some incredible things. And if you do that, if you don't give up, you just keep running that race and keep getting into that stride, I guarantee that you'll be the ones that actually surprise yourselves at some of the things that you will achieve. You know, the ones that do achieve Year 6 at high school and in life are the ones that push themselves. They're the ones that don't give up. And kids, if you want to walk out of high school in 6 years' time, like you're walking out of primary school next week after 7 years here, if you want to walk out being the same successful people that you are now, having that sense of achievement that you've got sitting here today, knowing that you've worked hard to get where you are, if you want to do that, then you can no longer, and I want you to listen carefully, no longer heavily rely on the people around you to get you over the line. You know, at a primary school athletics carnival, and it's happened many times at Charlestown South, where we've had kids running an 800 metres race and suddenly there's 10, 15, 20, 30 kids running with them to get them over the line. You know what, kids, that's a really good picture of what primary school is like. You have all these people helping to get you across the line. Some of those people are your teachers sitting behind you. Some of them are the peers and your friends sitting next to you. Some of those people are sitting in front of you. They're your parents that got you over the line in primary school. And in primary school, the difference also is that your teacher runs that whole lap with you, don't they? In high school, it's a little bit different. Year 6, the race, suddenly, next year becomes up to you. The success rests on your shoulders now. Now, I don't say that to scare you, but I say that to inspire you, because it's up to you now to take ownership, to be responsible, go, okay, it's my turn to take over the reins and do this thing which is called life and education. Can I leave you in Year 6 just with a few thoughts and opinions? You won't find these in any self-help book or any motivational talk on YouTube anywhere, but I did want to say these to you. And the teenage years can be a little bit dominated by what you feel people think about you, about wanting to impress the others around you. You know, and in some ways, we all want to impress others, don't we? We want to be liked, we want to be accepted, we want to be desirable to others, I guess, and be impressive. But, you know, to be an impressive person, it actually takes time and it takes effort. It just doesn't come easily. It just doesn't happen. Okay, for most of us, you have to work at doing things that are impressive. Let me share a couple of ideas on how to impress. But firstly, Year 6, I want to say and tell you some things that doesn't impress people long term. You cannot impress people in more than just a superficial or temporary way with these things. You know, sometimes we impress people, but it goes really quickly. You know, we impress people for a day or a week or a couple of seconds, but it leaves pretty quickly. Here's some things that won't last, so we'll start there. Number one, things that you can buy won't last and won't impress people. Things like a phone or a piece of clothing or the latest trendy shoes or a car or a tattoo or a jewellery, a baseball cap, sunnies. We could keep listing, couldn't we? People might say initially, wow, how cool is that? But you know what? As I said, they may only last a couple of moments. Those things that we can buy. You know, everyone can buy stuff. But to be impressive, it goes beyond that. The second thing that won't last long, it'll be temporary, is things that we can achieve really quickly. Things like having a photo on Instagram and suddenly there's 200 likes, or learning an easy skill that everybody else can do, or mastering a video game, or getting a cool haircut. They're things that we can do really quickly and achieve quickly. The third thing is the things that can be done by anyone. Those things that can be done by anyone, things like getting piercings, smoking a cigarette, taking radical risks, getting drunk, all those things, anyone can do that. And they're not things that last and will make you an impressive person. But to truly be impressive, that is to be excellent at something. To the point where you get that well-earned pride and you get that well-earned respect from other people. That takes dedication, kids, it takes drive, and it takes some hard work. And if you think those things are truly impressive, or those people you think of that are really impressive, when you read their stories or you look at their achievements or what they're able to do, behind the scenes you will see people who have dedicated hours and hours to do those things that most other people can't do. The things that people can't buy, the things that people can't achieve quickly. It's a bit like that picture of a swan gracefully going across a lake, isn't it? You know, you think, wow, how graceful, how wonderful they look, but underneath their legs are going a million miles an hour. They have to work hard. Kids, I encourage you, be those people that work hard. Be those people that become impressive by doing great things. Things that not everybody can do. And I know when I look at our Year 6 bunch, they've done that already to an extent. They've done some things that no other Year 6 bunch has done before. So well done. Keep doing that. But it will take effort. And kids, it'll only happen if you push yourselves. You've run a race, I guess, a Year 6 race, and you finished another lap with everybody cheering you on. And you know, in primary school, you have all those voices around you, encouraging you and driving you and pushing you on, inspiring you. But at high school, it's the voice that comes here. You know, within, that's the voice that you need to find if you want to be that impressive person that achieves those things that other people may never achieve. So I want to encourage you to finish up. Take the time, make the decisions. Sometimes it's the tough decisions that go against the crowd. Sometimes you've got to make those to be an impressive person that goes ahead and does some things that makes a difference. Put an extra effort in when it gets hard. Will sometimes high school be hard? Yep. Okay? But the people that are impressive, the ones that make a difference, the ones that achieve things, that others will look to in the future and go, wow, look what they've done. They're the ones that are willing to swim against the tide and do the tough yards when it gets harder. Go out and do the things that others may not have achieved, things that will make others at the end of the day, when you walk out in Year 12, where they'll go, wow, that was impressive. And like I said, to this point, you've impressed us greatly. Don't let that slide now when suddenly you have greater freedom, you have greater choice, and that's all coming your way. Make wise decisions. So Year 6, on behalf of all the staff at Charlestown South, congratulations. All the best. Do well. Make us proud and go out and be impressive.